The federal government cannot wipe their hands of this and say, oh, the states are responsible for testing. We cannot do it. We cannot do it without federal help. I'm willing to do what I can do and more, but I'm telling you, I don't do China relations, I don't do international supply chain, and that's where the federal government can help. Also remember, the federal government at the same time is developing testing capacity. So we wind up in this bizarre situation that we were in last time, 50 states all competing for these precious resources. In this case, it's testing, and then the federal government comes in and says to those companies, I want to buy the tests also. This is mayhem. We need a coordinated approach between the federal government and the states. Second thing that is of immediate concern is we have to stabilize the finances of the state. The federal government has passed 3 bills to address this crisis. Of those 3 bills, the state governments have gotten precisely 0, zilch, nada in unrestricted aid. The state should this, the state should this, the state should this. Yes. Well, what support have you given the states? None. I mean, how can that even be? How is it even plausible as a strategy? It doesn't work. We need financial resources to stabilize the states, because when you starve the state governments, you know, I still eat, Dr. Zucker still eats, but we can't fund schools, we can't fund hospitals, we can't fund small business, we can't fund all these extraordinary efforts that we're undertaking. It makes no sense. We need to support the states because the states are the ones who are doing this. Reopening is up to the states, right? That's the federal decree. It's up to the governors. The governors will decide. The states have to decide. Everyone is in a different position, and it's up to the states, which I agree. It also happens to be the Constitution. But put that aside. I also think it's the right approach. Okay, it's up to the states. But then don't ask the states, don't give them this massive undertaking that has never been done before, and then not give them any resources to do it. That's not how this is going to work. The expression, don't pass the buck without passing the bucks. A.J. Parkinson, Mark remembers him. Don't ask the states to do this. It's up to the governors, up to the governors, up to the governors. Okay, is there any funding so I can do these things that you want us to do? No. That is passing the buck without passing the bucks. Passing the buck, which is the opposite of the buck stops here. The buck doesn't stop here. I'm passing the buck, and I'm not passing the bucks. I'm not giving the financial assistance to actually perform the responsibility.